Sergeant Morris has come into the house of Mr. White. Mr. White mixes grog spirit for him. Sergeant sitting in the armchair above the fire, which Mrs. White is motioning him towards. Mrs. White is asking Sergeant Major Morris to sit near the fire. Thank you, lady, ma'am. He thanks Mrs. White. That's good, huh? There's a sight better than the trenches at Chitral. And he says, oh, sitting at the fireplace is better, much, much better than lying in trenches at Chitral. Now he's talking about his experience in war. He says, I used to spend my time in trenches at Chitral. Chitral is a place that is better than sitting in a puddle with the rain pouring down in buckets and the natives taking pot shots at you. Oh, in the army, when you are fighting, you will have to lie in trenches, sit in a puddle. Puddle is a small pool with the rain pouring down in buckets, and the natives who are against you, they'll take pot shots at you. This is what. Didn't you have umbrellas? Oh, Mr. White, Mr. Sergeant, you didn't carry umbrella? She comes below fire, kneels before it, still sit. Sergeant's umbrella. Oh, that's good. Oh, White, that's good. Did you hear what she said? Umbrella and galoshes. When Mrs. White asks him whether he hasn't carried an umbrella, he finds it very funny and he says, umbrella? What is that? Oh, that's good. Mr. White, that's good. Did you hear what your wife said? Umbrellas and galoshes. Galoshes are shoes which are worn when there is snow, when there is deep snow, when it's raining heavily, is an overshoe that protects you from, that prevents you from getting wet. And hot water bottles. Okay, so I should carry an umbrella, galoshes, overshoes, and hot water bottles. Oh yes, no offense, ma'am. I'm not sorry. I'm not trying to offend you, but it's easy to see you. You were never a soldier. Mrs. White, you talk like this. You ask me whether I carry an umbrella because you don't know what it means to be a soldier. You have never experienced, you have never been a soldier. A soldier will never carry water bottles, galoshes, overcoats, overshoes, and umbrellas. Herbert is rather hurt because the mother is feeling offended. Then he says he supports his mother by saying that, oh no, mother spoke out of kindness. Oh, she was being kind to you when she said it. Sergeant, and well, I know it, and no offense intent. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt her. No, ma'am. Hardship is a soldier's lot. Soldier means hardship, difficulties, sufferings, starvation, fever, and get yourself shot. That's a bit of my own. So you starve in the army, you get fever, you get shot, you get wounded. So you are willing to face all kinds of hardships. That's the life of a soldier. Mrs. White, you don't look to have taken much harm except Mrs. White tells him now. See, when I look at you, I don't feel that you are taking so much harm, except she wants to say something but she doesn't complete. She indicates his empty sleeve. She takes kettle to table, then returns to fire. Or she was trying to say that you haven't suffered so much except losing your arm. Mr. Sergeant Morris has lost one arm. He has lost one arm. So pointing, indicating the empty sleeve, she says, you haven't suffered so much from the war except losing your arm. Then she takes kettle to the table, then returns to fire. Sergeant, showing a medal hidden under his coat, and he says, I got this for. He shows a hidden medal to Mrs. White and tells her, see, this is a medal that I got for losing my arm. No, ma'am, it is tough. It is tough. Thomas Morris is tough. I'm a real soldier. I'm a tough, rough soldier, strong soldier. Mr. White is holding a glass of grog, that's a drink, under the sergeant's nose. And sober. Sober here, self control. I don't lose my control. What is this now? Mr. White, put your nose in, you will see. So, Sergeant is asking what drink you're offering me. Mr. White says, put your nose in it, just smell it, you will know what it is. Sergeant, whiskey and hot and sugar and a slice of lemon as well. Oh no, I said I would never, but seeing that sort of night, well, waving the glass at them, here is another 1,000 years. Actually, I had decided not to take whiskey, but then when I see the night outside, when I see the weather outside, oh, I can't help taking it. I can't help having it. Here is another 1,000 years. Both of them wish each other and they start drinking. Sergeant to Herbert, who has no glass. What? Not you? Mr. Herbert, you are not taking? Herbert, laughing and sitting across the chair center. Oh, it is not want of being sociable. Then the son says, see, I refuse to take not because I don't want to be sociable, but my work doesn't go with the no, I can't take now because I'm going to my office, going to the factory. Not it was ever so little, even if it is little, it won't. I have got to. But my work doesn't go with that. So if I get drunk, my work will suffer. Not if it was ever so little. I have got to keep a cool head, steady eye, and a still hand. The flywheel might eat me up, gobble me up. He says, even if I take a little, what will happen? I have got to keep a cool head. I should be steady, cool, and calm, and I should have a still hand. The flywheel of the dynamo, the flywheel of the dynamo may gobble me up, eat me up if I'm not careful. Miss White, oh Herbert, don't say such things. Mother gets frightened to hear what the son is saying. She sits in the armchair below the fire, Herbert laughing. Oh, no fear, mother. Sergeant, you electrician, so you are a sort of magician. All the electricians are like magicians. You are light, you say, light comes out. You are like magicians. The moment you say light, the light comes out. And power says you, the trams go whizzing. And you say power, the trams start running, the trains start moving, everything starts working. And knowledge, you say, and words go humming to the ends of the world. So you say knowledge, and the world and the knowledge starts moving from one part of the world to another. It fair beats me. I have seen a bit in my time too. Oh, I really find it difficult to understand the mystery behind electricity. It really beats me. I have seen a bit of it in my time when I was a soldier. Herbert shakes, nudges his father, elbows his father, nudges his father, says, what about your Indian magic? All a fake governor and the fakir is fake. Then Herbert nudges his father to ask Sergeant about about the Indian magic. He always talks about an Indian magic and he talks about a fake governor and a fake fakir. So he has narrated the story so many times. Herbert nudges his father to ask him to repeat the story. Sergeant, fake? You call it a fake? You call it fake? Oh, come on. I tell you, I have seen it. Oh no, the fakir is not fake. The governor is not fake. Come on, how can you say it is fake? I have seen it with my eyes. Herbert, nudging his father with his foot. Oh, come now. Such an what? So they are both the father and the son are trying to make him repeat the story.